You guys must be crazy in love with the school district. To come here this rainy night. I was just overwhelmed when I came in and saw all these cars. I commend you parents for being here to support your children and to support your teachers. This evening is for you. Take advantage of it and let us all rejoice this evening. Thank you so much for being here.
The Parent Symposium tonight was about making sure that our parents have all the tools they need to ensure that their children are successful in our school district. So we talked about the app, we talked about the parent portal, we talked about really wanting to motivate our parents to volunteer. And we're excited. We have over 500 people in this room tonight. So if we can form a partnership between the school and the home, then we can do even more for our students. So we're excited about the fact that everybody turned out tonight.
When you have this many parents who will come out in the rain to an event where the focus is academics, and that just shows you how much they truly care about the success of their children, and that they really care about being knowledgeable on the different resources that are available. They say actions speak louder than words, and by all of these parents coming here to support, that action says a lot.
Parents are, and it sounds like people have said this a lot, but it's true, parents are models for our children, okay? I speak to children who are going to great universities, but I also speak to children who are incarcerated, how's that? And I listen to them because they speak the truth. And I see how they got to that point. And the first thing is that family really does begin at home. Expectations, responsibility, love, that's the first place. I know parents are dealing with a lot, don't get me wrong. But like I said earlier today, that if we're clear on why we're doing it for our children, trust me, we go from suffering to sacrifice. And that's part of the research that I do, the difference between suffering and sacrifice.
It's very important to show up and see what is going on, because like I say, if you want to know what is happening in the system, in the schools, of course you have to put interest and spend some of your time with in the school or in the meetings like this.
It's beautiful, the multicultural aspect of Vallejo. I love that. You saw my presentation, huh? That's the kind of world I want to live in, where we all share. That's what unites, is what I'm trying to say. The purpose, we're here for our children, and that's why I'm here. It's a beautiful conference. I'm glad I was invited, and anything I can do to support them, I'll be here. The point I'm trying to make is this, is that very humble, wisdom. The parents that are here, how many of you, show of hands, how many of you stay up late at night worrying for your children? Raise your hands. Yeah. How many of you this? How many of you do this? When they go home, los padres latinos les dan la bendición. How many give your children like this? When he's walking out the door, they go like this, te quiero mucho. Somebody raise your hand, la bendición. You'd go like this, oh, please take care of this one. Cuídame este, traviesos. Means that they get into things. How many of you here, raise your hands, want the best for your children? Yes. How many of you believe that by being here tonight, you can make a difference for your children? Raise your hand. Yes. And I'm going to ask you to stand up on this one, to declare, and I mean this sincerely, not to be simplistic. How many of you here would give your life for your children? Stand up. Stand up. Beautiful. Give yourselves a hand, ladies. That's why we are here today.
Wonderful to see these babies go from looking as little babies playing tag to growing up, going to college and becoming young adults.
The staff, it's great because they always offer you help if someone doesn't understand, we have trouble like me.
If you don't invest in your children early on, regardless of I say regardless, but there are so many beautiful cultures, but cultures have commonalities. We care for our children. Remember when I asked the audience, stand up if you would give your life for your children? They all stood up, huh? That's what unites us across cultures, linguistic cultural lines, okay? So I think a last reflection would be that I have a lot of hope when I leave here right now. A lot of hope because I've also went to other districts when it's not like this, okay? Don't get me wrong, I'm sure there's a lot of work to do here. I came in today for the first time, so I want to be respectful of that. But the fact is, what I saw today, the snapshot, I have a lot of hope, and I'm just glad that I was able to be part of that hope.
Children, one community, raising children, one family, Jesse Bethel family, VCUSD family, raising children together.